Hi, my name is Liz Watson. I'm the Program Director at the Max Courage Curriculum, and today I'm going to be reading A Story of Courage by Vivian, taught by Andrew Richards at Keith Middle School in New Bedford, Massachusetts. I never really thought I'd have this way of thinking. When I was younger, I thought people that thought like this were crazy, insane. Sorry, younger me, but I guess I would have thought you were insane too. One day, suicide just seemed like an option. I got overwhelmed and my mind raced with thoughts like, if you died, all of this would go away. And even more common, no one would care. I believed that every single day for so long. Eventually, it was going on for too long. Too long for me to handle, too long for me to bear. So I stopped it. I fed into the thoughts of hurting myself. This went on for weeks, maybe even months. It's one big blur at this point. I do remember one thing from that time of my life, though, vividly. I brought what I needed to hurt myself to school. It wasn't much, but it made me bleed. I kept it in my backpack all day. See, when hurting yourself becomes a habit, something you do every day, it becomes almost fun, like a game. I couldn't get it out of my mind. Finally, I raised my hand and asked my teacher, "Can I get something from my bag?" I was on my way to my backpack. It brought me so much guilt knowing what I was going to do after this, but I had to do it. I had that scratchy feeling on my arms, that feeling that made me remember. As if my brain was telling me, "Go do it, you know you want to," taunting me. But I got it anyway. I went back to my seat and waited a little while before asking the big question, "May I go to the bathroom?" I went into the stall and soon movements were being made and blood was going down my arm. I didn't know what to do. It didn't hurt like it usually did, and it bled a lot more. I put some tissue on it and exited the stall. I looked at myself in the mirror and put my fake smile on. I didn't want my friend to know I was bleeding. I walked back into the classroom, forgetting about the blood. It was the one day I decided to wear a long-sleeve shirt that wasn't quite long enough. As I sat next to my friend, Elijah, I saw the blood appear again. It wasn't stopping. I started to panic. Too much. A panic attack set in. I was so scared. My other friends, Miriam and Aubrey, rushed over after seeing me hyperventilate. They kept asking me if I was okay and what happened. It sounded like I was underwater. With the strength I had, I raised my hand and asked to go to the nurse with a friend. Aubrey volunteered and walked with me. I was planning on only staying for an anxiety attack. I didn't want to disappoint my mom with the call to the school therapist would make. I sat for 30 minutes and had some water. I made the decision. I was going to ask for help. I called the new, younger nurse in and pulled up my sleeve. "Can I get a Band-Aid for this, please?" She agreed and made small talk with me. Eventually, she asked what happened. I thought for a minute about whether I should tell her or not. It seemed like a good idea, so I did. I told her everything. She waited with me while she called the counselor down. She eventually called my mom and brought me to a room with her and my mother. I was so nervous, but I had to do it so I could get better. As soon as I stepped through the door, my mom started sobbing. I felt so bad. Why would I do this to her? I'm such a bad daughter, I thought throughout the whole meeting. They asked why I did what I did and everything like that. I answered them honestly, and eventually they said they were going to get me therapy and some help. I would finally get better. Pain is temporary, help is permanent.